Chosen ones, God has spoken, and the billionaire transfer has begun. Your name is on the list, and your turn is coming fast. This isn't just a promise. It's a divine shift already in motion, wealth beyond measure, prosperity that shakes the foundations of lack, and opportunities that will leave the world in awe are headed your way. You weren't brought here by chance. Your presence in this moment is a signal from the heavens that God's plan for your abundance is unfolding. Stay alert, because what's coming will change everything. This transfer isn't about coins or paper, it's about a complete rewiring of your life. Picture a river, once dammed, now bursting free, carrying riches straight to your doorstep. God has declared that the days of scraping by, of wondering if you'll make it, are over. He's moving mountains to place wealth in your hands, not because you chased it, but because He chose you. The world may call it luck, but you know it's favor. The Creator has marked you for a purpose, and that purpose comes with resources to match. Right now, pause for a moment. Feel the weight of this truth settling in your spirit. If it's stirring something deep inside, hit that like button to amplify this energy. Comment 777 below to declare you're ready for what God has prepared. That number carries power. It's a sign of divine completion, a marker that you're aligned with this moment. Don't just watch, step into this with action, because your faith is the key that unlocks the vault. This billionaire transfer isn't just financial, it's a transformation of your entire existence. Imagine waking up each day knowing your needs are met, your dreams funded, and your purpose unstoppable. God isn't handing you a paycheck, He's handing you a legacy. The wealth coming your way is meant to build, to restore, to lift others up. You're not just receiving, you're becoming a conduit of God's goodness, a living testament to His provision. The world operates on scarcity, but God's economy runs on overflow. While others scramble for crumbs, you're being positioned for abundance that spills over. Think of Joseph, who went from a pit to a palace, not by his own schemes, but by divine orchestration. His wealth wasn't just for him, it fed nations. Your transfer is like that. It's not about hoarding, it's about impact. God is trusting you with resources to change lives, starting with your own. Don't let doubt creep in. The enemy will whisper that this is too big, too impossible, but God doesn't play by human rules. He spoke the stars into existence. Do you think $1 billion is too much for Him? Your job isn't to figure out how. It's to stay ready. Keep your heart open, your faith steady, and your eyes on the path He's lighting. The transfer has started, and nothing can stop what God has set in motion. Now, let's talk about timing. God's clock doesn't tick like ours. You might feel stuck, like nothing's moving, but that's when He's working hardest. Every delay is a setup, every closed door a redirection to something greater. Look at Abraham. He waited years for a promise, but when it came, it birthed generations. Your waiting isn't wasted, it's preparation. The billionaire transfer is aligning, and when it hits, you'll see why every moment was worth it. If you're feeling the fire of this message, comment 777 again to seal your faith. Join thousands of chosen ones by subscribing to this channel. Be part of a movement of souls stepping into divine abundance. Your action isn't just a click, it's a declaration to the universe that you're claiming what's yours. Stay with me, because this message is for you, and the details are about to get even clearer. This transfer isn't random, it's precise. God knows your name, your struggles, your dreams. He's seen every tear, every late night wondering how you'd pay the bills. He's saying, enough. The wealth coming isn't just for comfort. It's for purpose. You're being equipped to build schools, fund missions, create opportunities for others. Your prosperity will ripple, touching lives you haven't even met yet. That's the kind of billionaire God is shaping you to be. Think of Solomon, whose wealth wasn't just gold, but wisdom to use it right. God didn't bless him to sit on riches. He blessed him to lead, to build, to honor the divine plan. Your transfer comes with the same call. You're not just getting money, you're getting responsibility. The world will watch as you steward this wealth with grace, proving that God's chosen don't just rise, they lift others up with them. But here's the truth, this won't come without resistance. The world doesn't want you to claim this. Systems of lack, voices of doubt, even people close to you might try to dim your light. They'll say it's unrealistic, that billionaires are born, not made. But God says different. He's already rewriting your story. When David faced Goliath, the world laughed, but God saw a king. You're not small in his eyes, you're a giant waiting to step into your calling. Stay alert, because the enemy doesn't rest. He'll throw distractions, fears, even temporary setbacks to make you think the transfer's not coming. But every attack is proof you're close. The devil only fights what threatens his grip. Stand firm like Daniel in the lion's den, unshaken, knowing God's got you. Your faith is your shield, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. Comment 777 one more time to anchor this truth in your spirit. Let it be a signal to the heavens that you're not backing down. This transfer isn't just about wealth, it's about breaking chains. Chains of poverty, of doubt, of limitation. God is setting you free to live a life that reflects His glory, a life where lack is a distant memory and abundance is your reality. Now, let's talk about what this billionaire transfer looks like in action. It's not just numbers in a bank account. It's doors opening, business deals, investments, ideas that seem to come from nowhere but carry divine weight. It's meeting the right people at the right time, connections that propel you forward. It's waking up with clarity, knowing exactly what step to take next. God's not just giving you wealth, He's giving you vision to use it. Picture Esther, a girl with no status, chosen to save a nation. Her wealth wasn't just gold, it was influence, favor, courage. God positioned her for a moment that changed history. Your moment is coming. The billionaire transfer is about positioning you to shift the world, to fund dreams, to break systems of oppression. You're not just receiving, you're being trusted to reshape what's broken. Don't shrink back from the size of this promise. $1 billion might sound wild, but God's not limited by human math. He fed thousands with a few loaves and fish. He turned a shepherd boy into a king. Your bank account isn't his boundary, your faith is. Stretch it. Believe bigger. The transfer is already moving, and your job is to stay ready to receive. The world will try to box you in, tell you to play small, to settle. But God's chosen don't settle, they rise. This transfer is your rising. It's your moment to step out of survival mode and into overflow. It's not about chasing money. It's about stepping into a divine flow where money chases you. God's already cleared the path. What's left is for you to walk it. And here's where it gets real. This transfer demands your trust, not just in God, but in yourself. You've been chosen, but you've got to believe you're worthy of the call. The enemy will try to make you question, why me? But God's already answered, because you're His. You've walked through fire and come out shining. You've faced lack and still believed. That's why the billionaire transfer is yours. If this is hitting your spirit, comment 777, one last time. Let it be your final declaration that you're ready. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones standing in faith, claiming their divine inheritance. This isn't just a video. It's a call to step into what God's prepared. Stay with me, because the next part will show you how to walk in this transfer with boldness. This billionaire transfer isn't a one-time event. It's a new way of living. It's waking up every day knowing God's provision is already there. It's making decisions from a place of abundance, not fear. It's seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. Moses didn't see a dead end at the Red Sea, he saw a path. That's your mindset now. God's splitting seas for you, and the wealth flowing through is just the start. You might wonder, how do I stay ready? It starts with your heart. Keep it aligned with God's will. Pray for wisdom like Solomon did. Seek his kingdom first, and the rest will follow. The billionaire transfer isn't about greed, it's about purpose. God's not blessing you to hoard, he's blessing you to build. Your wealth will fund dreams, heal communities, change lives. That's the kind of billionaire you're becoming. And don't be surprised when the world notices. Your transformation will be undeniable. People will see the shift, your confidence, your peace, your ability to give without fear. They'll ask, what changed? And you'll know, God did. The billionaire transfer is his signature on your life, a testament that his promises are real. Your story will inspire others to trust, to believe, to rise. But here's the key. You've got to move. God's opening doors, but you have to walk through. That business idea burning in your heart, act on it. That connection you keep sensing, pursue it. The transfer is active, but it's not passive. Faith without works is dead. Take the steps God's cooled, showing you, even if they feel small. Each one is a piece of the puzzle, leading you to the billionaire life he's promised. The enemy will try to make you doubt your readiness. He'll point to your past, your mistakes, your fears. But God's not looking at your resume, he's looking at your heart. David was a shepherd, not a warrior, when he faced Goliath. Your qualifications don't come from the world. They come from God's call. You're ready because he says you are. Trust that, and the transfer will flow. Now, imagine this. A life where you don't just survive, but thrive. Where every decision is backed by divine provision. Where lack is a forgotten word, and your resources match your vision. That's what the billionaire transfer brings. It's not just money, it's freedom to live out God's plan without limits. It's the ability to say yes to every dream he's placed in you. And it's not just for you. Your wealth will break generational curses. It will lift your family, your community, your world. Think of Ruth, who went from widow to wealth, not for herself alone, but to birth a lineage that led to kings. Your transfer is bigger than you, it's a legacy. God's trusting you to steward it, to multiply it, to make it eternal. Stay alert, because the signs are already here. That unexpected opportunity, that sudden clarity, that door you didn't see coming, those are pieces of the transfer. God's moving, and he's moving fast. Don't let distractions steal your focus. Keep your eyes on him, and you won't miss your turn. The billionaire transfer is yours, chosen one, and it's closer than you think. This transfer isn't about becoming someone new, it's about stepping into who you've always been. God saw you before you were born, knew your name, planned your purpose. The wealth coming is just the world catching up to his vision for you. You're not chasing billions, you're claiming what's already yours in the spirit. That's why it feels so right, so destined. And don't let the size of this promise intimidate you. God doesn't call you to something he won't equip you for. He gave Noah the plans for the ark. step by step. He'll give you the wisdom, the connections, the strength to handle this transfer. Your job is to trust and move. The billionaire life isn't about stress, it's about peace, knowing God's got every detail covered. The world might try to label you too young, too old, too inexperienced, but God's labels are different: chosen, favored, unstoppable. The billionaire transfer is His way of rewriting your story for all to see. When it hits, it won't just change your bank account, it'll change how the world sees you. You'll be a walking testimony of what happens when God moves. And here's the beauty: this transfer is eternal. It's not a one-time windfall that fades. God's provision is a river that never runs dry. As you walk in His purpose, the wealth keeps flowing today, tomorrow, for generations. It's a promise rooted in His faithfulness, a covenant that can't be broken. You're not just rich for a moment, you're rich forever. Now, let's talk about the naysayers. Some will doubt you, question your blessings, even try to pull you back. But their words can't touch what God's ordained. When the Israelites left Egypt, Pharaoh chased them, but God parted the sea. Your transfer is protected by the same God. No one can steal what He's giving you. Stand firm and let their doubt drown in His favor. This billionaire transfer is also a call to courage. Wealth at this level isn't quiet, it's loud. It draws attention, shifts atmospheres, challenges systems. You'll need boldness to walk in it. Like Esther, who risked everything to stand before the king, you're being called to step up. God's got your back, but you've got to show up. Say yes to the call and watch Him move mountains. And don't think this is just about you. Your transfer is a spark that lights up others. Your wealth will fund dreams, heal wounds, build futures. Imagine the schools you'll support, the businesses you'll start, the lives you'll change. God's not just blessing you, He's blessing the world through you. That's the weight and wonder of this transfer. Stay ready, because the signs are subtle at first. A conversation that feels divinely timed. A door that opens unexpectedly. A peace that settles over you when logic says to worry. These are God's fingerprints. The billionaire transfer isn't a loud announcement, it's a quiet unfolding, and you're right in the middle of it. Keep your spirit tuned to His voice, and you'll see it clear as day. This isn't about chasing wealth, it's about receiving what's already yours. God's not asking you to strive, He's asking you to trust. The billionaire transfer is His promise, not your burden. Let go of the need to control, to figure it out. Like the manna that fell for the Israelites, your provision will show up daily, perfectly, without fail. Your job is to gather it with faith. And when it comes, don't shrink back. The world will try to make you feel unworthy, but God says you're chosen. The billionaire transfer isn't about what you've done, it's about what He's doing. You're not earning this, you're receiving it. Walk in that truth, and let the world adjust to the new you. Your light will shine so bright, no one can deny God's hand on your life. Now, picture this: a life where every need is met, every dream funded, every purpose fulfilled. That's what the billionaire transfer brings. It's not just money, it's freedom, impact, legacy. God's calling you to a life that reflects His glory in every way. You're not just stepping into wealth, you're stepping into destiny. The transfer has started. Chosen one, don't miss your turn. Chosen ones. This billionaire transfer isn't just the moment, it's a movement. God's hand is rewriting your story, shifting you from the sidelines to the center of His plan. The wealth flowing toward you is more than currency. It's a divine current, carrying you into a future where your purpose shines. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. Every step you take now is guided, every decision backed by the Creator's promise. Stay sharp, because this transfer is reshaping your reality. The world might see money as power, but God sees it as a tool. This transfer equips you to build what others can't even imagine. Picture a community transformed because you said yes to God's call. Schools rising where there were none, families fed where hunger once ruled, dreams funded where despair once lingered. Your wealth isn't just for you, it's a key to unlock hope for others. God's chosen don't just hold riches, they hold responsibility. You might feel the weight of this calling, but don't mistake it for burden. It's an honor. God trusts you to carry this transfer because He knows your heart. Think of Nehemiah, who rebuilt Jerusalem's walls with nothing but faith and a vision. The world mocked him, resources were scarce, but God provided. Your billionaire transfer works the same way. What you need will show up, people. Opportunities, ideas exactly when you need them. And here's what sets you apart. You're not chasing wealth for status. You're not after the world's approval. Your pursuit is higher, rooted in a divine assignment. The billionaire transfer is God's way of saying, I've got work for you to do, and I'm funding it. Every dollar, every connection, every open door is part of His strategy to amplify your impact. You're not just rich, you're purposeful. The enemy will try to cloud your vision. He'll whisper lies about your worth, your readiness, your past. But those lies can't stand against God's truth. You're not defined by yesterday's mistakes or today's struggles. You're defined by the one who called you. Like Gideon, who thought he was the least, you're being raised as a mighty warrior. The billionaire transfer is your sword, and God's sharpening it now. Stay vigilant, because this transfer demands clarity. The world is loud distractions, opinions, chaos, but God's voice is clear. Tune out the noise and listen. That quiet nudge, that sudden idea, that unexpected meeting, those are the coordinates of your wealth. God's not shouting, He's guiding. Trust the still, small voice, and you'll see the path light up before you. And don't be surprised when opposition comes. The bigger the promise, the louder the resistance. People might question your rise, doubt your blessings, even resent your favor. But their skepticism can't stop God's plan. When Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, the Red Sea didn't part until they stepped forward. Your transfer is like that move in faith, and the obstacles will part. God's got you covered. This billionaire transfer is also about timing. Not yours, but His. You might want it now, but God's aligning every detail. Think of Sarah, who laughed at the promise of a child in her old age. It seemed impossible, but God delivered. Your wealth might seem far off, but it's closer than you think. Every moment of waiting is God setting the stage for a miracle that'll leave you speechless. And here's the truth. This transfer isn't just about what you gain, it's about what you become. God's shaping you into a steward, a leader, a light. The billionaire life isn't about luxury, it's about legacy. You're being molded to handle wealth with wisdom, to give with generosity, to lead with humility. The world will see a billionaire, but God sees a vessel for His glory. You might wonder how to prepare for something this big. Start where you are. Pray boldly. Act faithfully. Trust completely. Like the widow who gave her last coins, your small steps of faith unlock God's abundance. That business idea, that outreach plan, that dream you've shelved, pick it up. The billionaire transfer isn't waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for you to be obedient. And don't let the world's limits define you. Society says billionaires are rare, born into wealth or cunning enough to seize it. But God's chosen don't follow that script. You're not climbing a ladder. You're walking a path God's already paved. Your wealth doesn't come from hustle, it comes from heaven. The world's economy might shake, but God's provision never wavers. This transfer also calls you to see differently. Where others see lack, you see opportunity. Where others see risk, you see faith. Like Elisha's servant, whose eyes were open to see God's army surrounding them. Your vision is shifting. The billionaire transfer opens your eyes to possibilities you never noticed. Before ideas, connections, solutions that carry divine weight. And here's where it gets exciting. Your wealth will outlive you. This transfer isn't just for today, it's for generations. God's blessing you to plant seeds that'll grow long after you're gone. Think of Abraham, whose faith birthed a nation. Your billionaire transfer is a foundation, a legacy that'll carry your family, your community, your purpose forward. You're not just rich, you're eternal. The enemy will try to make you feel small, but God's calling you to stand tall. The billionaire transfer is your armor, your crown, your proof that nothing is impossible with him. When David faced Goliath, he didn't need the king's armor, he needed faith. Your transfer doesn't need the world's approval, it needs your trust. Step into it and watch God silence every giant in your path. And don't think this is about you alone. Your wealth is a bridge, connecting others to hope. Every dollar you receive is a tool to heal, to build, to restore. Imagine the lives you'll touch, families lifted out of poverty, dreams brought to life, communities transformed. God's not just blessing you, He's using you to bless the world. That's the heart of the billionaire transfer. Stay ready, because the signs are everywhere. That phone call, that idea that won't leave you, that peace in the middle of chaos, those are God's signals. The billionaire transfer isn't a distant dream, it's a present reality. Keep your spirit open, your faith strong, and your steps steady. God's moving, and your turn is closer than you know. This transfer also demands courage. Wealth at this level isn't quiet, it's bold. It draws eyes, shifts atmospheres, challenges norms. You'll need to stand firm, like Esther before the king, knowing your purpose outweighs the risk. The billionaire transfer isn't just about money, it's about influence, about carrying God's light into places that need it most. You're ready, because He's prepared you. And here's the beauty. This isn't about striving. The world tells you to grind, to chase, to exhaust yourself for success. But God's way is different. The billionaire transfer flows when you rest in His promise. Like the ravens that fed Elijah, your provision will come without sweat. Your job is to trust, to obey, to walk in faith. The wealth will follow. You might feel unworthy at times, but God's choice isn't based on your resume. He chose Moses, a man with a stutter, to speak to Pharaoh. He chose you, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are in Him. The billionaire transfer is His vote of confidence in you. Embrace it, and let the world see what happens when God's chosen rise. And don't be surprised when the transfer changes how you see yourself. You'll walk with a new confidence, not from pride, but from knowing you're backed by the Creator. People will notice your peace, your clarity, your strength. They'll wonder what shifted, and you'll know God's hand. The billionaire transfer isn't just changing your bank account, it's changing you into the person He always meant you to be. This transfer is also a call to generosity. God's not blessing you to hoard, He's blessing you to give. Like the early church, who shared everything and lacked nothing, Your wealth will multiply as you pour it out. Fund that mission. Support that dream. Help that stranger. The billionaire transfer isn't about holding tight. It's about letting go, knowing God's supply never runs dry. And here's what's wild. This transfer isn't limited to money. It's health, relationships, purpose. God's pouring out abundance in every area of your life. Picture your body strong, your heart full, your mind clear. The billionaire transfer is holistic. It's God saying, I've got you covered, completely. Trust Him and watch every piece of your life align with His promise. The world might try to distract you, pull you back into old patterns, but you're not who you were. The billionaire transfer marks a new chapter, one where you live above lack, above fear, above limitation. Like Paul, who learned to be content in every circumstance, you'll find peace in God's provision. Your wealth is a sign of His faithfulness, a testimony that He keeps His word. And don't think this is too big for you. God doesn't call the equipped, He equips the called. The billionaire transfer comes with everything you need: wisdom, strength, courage. Like Daniel, who stood in Babylon's courts without compromising, you'll navigate this wealth with integrity. God's preparing you to steward it well, to make it a force for good. This transfer is also about timing. Not every door opens at once. God's aligning people, places, moments. Think of Joseph, who waited in prison before ruling Egypt. Your waiting isn't rejection, it's refinement. The billionaire transfer is coming together, piece by piece. And when it's complete, you'll see why every moment mattered. And here's the truth: your wealth will shake things up. It'll challenge systems, shift perspectives, break barriers. Like Jesus overturning the money changers' tables, your transfer will disrupt what's wrong and build what's right. You're not just getting rich, you're getting revolutionary. God's chosen don't just change their lives, they change the world. Stay alert, because the billionaire transfer is active now. That idea that keeps you up at night, that connection you can't explain, that peace that defies logic, those are God's markers. He's moving, and your turn is near. Trust the process, walk in faith, and watch the wealth flow. You're not just chosen, you're unstoppable. Chosen ones, the billionaire transfer is more than a shift in wealth, it's a divine realignment of your entire path. God's hand is guiding you into a season where every step feels like destiny unfolding. This isn't about random riches. It's about resources perfectly timed to fuel your purpose. You're not just stepping into money. You're stepping into a divine rhythm where everything you need arrives exactly when it's meant to. Stay awake, because the signs are all around you. This transfer carries a weight of responsibility. But it's not heavy, it's holy. God's chosen you to carry wealth that reshapes realities. Picture a city revived because you invested in its people, or a dream brought to life because you believed in someone's vision. Your billionaire transfer isn't just for your comfort. It's a mandate to rebuild what's broken, to restore what's lost, to shine light where darkness has lingered too long. And don't think you need to have it all figured out. God's not asking for a perfect plan. He's asking for a willing heart. Look at Peter, a fisherman with no credentials, chosen to lead a movement. Your billionaire transfer doesn't depend on your expertise. It depends on your faith. Trust that God's already lined up the wisdom, the mentors, the moments to make this wealth work for His glory. The world will try to box you in, tell you wealth like this is for others, those with connections, degrees, or luck. But God's chosen don't play by those rules. Your billionaire transfer bypasses human gatekeepers. Like Ruth, who went from outsider to ancestor of kings, Your story defies the odds. God's writing a narrative that silences doubters and proves his favor is bigger than any system. And here's what you need to know. This transfer is precise. It's not a vague promise, it's a targeted blessing. God knows your needs, your dreams, your battles. He's seen every moment you pushed through lack, every time you chose faith over fear. The billionaire transfer is his response, tailored to your journey. That business idea, that opportunity, that unexpected check, those aren't accidents, they're divine deposits. The enemy will try to make you second guess. He'll point to your past, your limits, your fears. But God's not moved by those. He chose David, a boy with a sling, to defeat a giant. Your billionaire transfer isn't about your strength, it's about his. When doubts creep in, stand on his promise. The wealth is coming, not because of who you are, but because of who he is. Your faith is the bridge that carries it to you, and don't let the size of this promise overwhelm you. $1 billion sounds massive, but God's not intimidated. He turned water into wine, multiplied loaves for thousands. Your billionaire transfer is just another day in his kingdom. Your job isn't to grasp the how, it's to embrace the why. God's giving you this wealth to amplify his purpose, to make his name known through your life. This transfer also shifts how you see time. The world rushes, chasing deadlines and quick wins, but God's timing is perfect. Like Jacob, who wrestled through the night for a blessing, your billionaire transfer comes when you hold fast to faith. Every moment of waiting is shaping you, preparing you to steward this wealth with wisdom. Trust the process, because God's never late. And here's the power of this moment. Your transfer is a testimony. When the wealth arrives, it won't just change your life, it'll change hearts. People will see your rise and know God is real. Like Lazarus, raised from the dead, your story will point to his power. The billionaire transfer is your miracle moment, a sign to the world that God keeps his word. Your life will shout his faithfulness. The enemy hates this. He'll throw distractions, bills, drama, doubts to pull your focus. But you're not ordinary. You're chosen, marked for a purpose bigger than the noise. Like Paul, shipwrecked but unshaken, you'll keep moving forward. The billionaire transfer is your anchor, a promise that no storm can sink. Keep your eyes on God, and the chaos will fade. And don't think this wealth is just for you to hold. It's meant to flow. God's blessing you to be a river, not a reservoir. Like the early believers who gave everything, your generosity will multiply your impact. Fund that orphanage, start that business, support that cause. The billionaire transfer gives you the power to change lives, and every act of giving draws you closer to God's heart. This transfer also rewires your mind. You're not thinking like the world anymore: scarcity, fear, limitation. You're thinking like God: abundance, faith, possibility. Like Elisha, who saw God's provision where others saw lack, you'll spot opportunities in every challenge. The billionaire transfer isn't just changing your bank account, it's changing how you see the world, turning obstacles into open doors. And here's the truth: this isn't about becoming someone else. You're not chasing a new identity, you're stepping into the one God gave you. The billionaire transfer reveals who you've always been: chosen, favored, destined. Like Mary, who carried the Savior in her womb, you're carrying a divine promise. The world will see it soon, but you feel it now. Walk in that truth and let it shape every step. The world might try to pull you back, make you doubt your place in this transfer, but God's word is final. He chose you, not because you earned it, but because he trusts you. Like Jonah, who ran but couldn't escape God's call. You're meant for this. The billionaire transfer is your Nineveh, a purpose you can't outrun. Embrace it and watch God move mountains for you. And don't be surprised when the transfer feels bigger than you. It is. God's plans always are. He gave Abraham a promise too vast for one man, but it birthed nations. Your billionaire transfer is like that, too big for you alone, because it's meant to touch the world. Schools built, lives changed, futures secured. That's the scope of what God's doing through you. Stay sharp, because the signs are subtle but real. That conversation that sparks an idea, that email you didn't expect, that peace that settles when you pray, those are God's signals. The billionaire transfer is moving, and it's moving fast. Keep your heart open, your faith strong, your steps bold. You're not waiting for wealth, you're walking in it, step by divine step. This transfer also calls you to rest, not laziness, but trust. The world says hustle, God says believe. Like the Israelites who received manna without toil, your wealth will come as you trust. The billionaire transfer isn't about grinding, it's about aligning. Pray, listen, act when he speaks. Your rest in his promise is what draws the provision closer. And here's what's wild. This transfer will surprise you. God loves to exceed expectations. Think of Hannah, who prayed for one child and got a prophet. Your billionaire transfer might start with a single opportunity, but it'll grow into something you never imagined. Businesses, investments, impact beyond your dreams. God's not just meeting your needs, he's blowing your mind. The enemy will try to make you feel alone in this, but you're not. You're part of a movement, thousands of chosen ones rising together. Subscribe to this channel to stand with them, to claim your place in this divine shift. Your billionaire transfer isn't just personal, it's collective. You're rising with others, carrying God's light into a world that needs it. And don't think this is about perfection. God doesn't need you flawless, he needs you faithful. Like Rahab, who was far from perfect but pivotal in God's plan, your past doesn't disqualify you. The billionaire transfer is about grace, not works. Your heart, your faith, your willingness, that's what God's working with. Step forward, and he'll handle the rest. This transfer also shifts your relationships. As you rise, some will cheer, others will drift. That's okay. God's aligning you with people who match your purpose, partners, mentors, allies. Like Jonathan, who stood by David through every trial, your circle will reflect your calling. The billionaire transfer isn't just wealth, it's connections that amplify your impact. And here's the beauty. This transfer is yours by divine right. You're not begging for it, you're receiving it. God's marked you as his heir, and heirs don't plead, they inherit. Like the prodigal son who returned to a father's embrace, you're coming home to abundance. The billionaire transfer is your birthright, sealed by God's promise. Claim it with confidence. The world might try to distract you with noise bills, fears, chaos, but God's voice cuts through. Listen for it, that quiet assurance, that spark of inspiration, that moment of clarity, those are his whispers. The billionaire transfer is guided by his hand, not the world's clamor. Stay focused, and you'll see the path light up like never before. And don't let the enemy steal your joy. This transfer is a celebration, a testament to God's goodness. Like the feast thrown for the prodigal, your wealth is a party the heavens are throwing. Rejoice in it. The billionaire transfer isn't just about provision, it's about praise. Your life will sing of his faithfulness, and the world will hear it loud and clear. This transfer also calls you to boldness. Wealth like this isn't timid, it's transformative, like Nehemiah, who rebuilt a city against all odds. You're called to act with courage. Start that project, pitch that idea, give that gift. The billionaire transfer gives you the resources to move mountains, but you've got to swing the hammer. God's ready, are you? And here's the truth. This transfer is unstoppable. No economy, no critic, no obstacle can block what God's decreed. Like the walls of Jericho, every barrier will fall when you walk in faith. The billionaire transfer is your victory march, a declaration that God's promises always come through. Keep stepping and watch the walls crumble before you. Chosen ones, the billionaire transfer is a divine signal that your season of lack is over. God's moving you into a realm where abundance isn't just a hope, it's your reality. This isn't about fleeting wealth or temporary wins. It's about a permanent shift into a life where resources flow like a river that never dries. You're not chasing prosperity, you're stepping into a divine flow that's already yours. Keep your eyes open, because God's provision is rewriting your story. This transfer is also a call to vision. God's not just giving you wealth. He's giving you eyes to see possibilities others miss. Think of Joseph, who saw abundance in a famine, turning Egypt into a beacon of provision. Your billionaire transfer equips you to spot opportunities where others see dead ends. That idea, that project, that dream, it's not random. It's God pointing you toward your purpose. The world will try to make you play small, whispering that billionaires are for someone else. But God's chosen don't live by the world's rules. You're not bound by their limits or their doubts. Like Esther, who rose from obscurity to save a nation, your transfer elevates you beyond what anyone expects. God's hand is on you, and His favor outweighs every opinion. And don't think this requires you to have all the answers. God's not asking for a perfect strategy, He's asking for trust. Like Noah, who built an ark without knowing why, you're called to act on faith. The billionaire transfer comes with divine instructions, step by step. Listen closely, move boldly, and watch God fill in the blanks. Your obedience is the key that unlocks the vault. The enemy will try to sow confusion, making you question if this is real. But God's promises don't waver. He spoke light into darkness, and He's speaking wealth into your life. The billionaire transfer is as certain as the sunrise. Doubt is just noise, tune it out. Like Daniel, who prayed through danger, your faith will silence every lie and bring the promise into focus. And here's what's powerful. This transfer is personal. God knows your story, every sacrifice, every struggle, every moment you chose to believe. The billionaire transfer isn't a generic blessing, it's tailored to you. That opportunity that feels like it was made for you, it was. That door that opened at just the right time, God planned it. Your wealth is as unique as your calling. This transfer also shifts your influence. Wealth like this doesn't just change your life, it changes rooms, cities, nations. Like Solomon, whose wisdom drew kings from afar, your billionaire transfer will draw attention to God's power. People will see your rise and know something bigger is at work. Your life will become a magnet, pulling others toward faith and hope. And don't let the enemy make you feel unprepared. God doesn't call you to a promise He won't equip you for. Like Moses, who led a nation with no training, you're ready because God says you are. The billionaire transfer comes with wisdom, courage, connections, everything you need to steward it well. Trust His preparation and step into your role with confidence. The world might try to distract you with chaos, bills piling up, voices doubting, plans faltering. but God's stronger than the noise. The billionaire transfer is your anchor, a promise that holds steady through every storm. Like Paul, who preached in chains, you'll shine even in hardship. Your faith in God's provision will outshine every challenge. And here's the beauty. This transfer is eternal. It's not a one-time gift. It's a legacy that outlives you. God's blessing you to plant seeds for generations, schools, ministries, businesses that carry His light forward. Like Abraham, whose faith birthed nations, your billionaire transfer is a foundation for the future. You're not just wealthy, you're world-changing. This transfer also calls you to clarity. The world loves confusion, but God's kingdom is order. As the billionaire transfer unfolds, you'll see with new eyes. Decisions will feel certain, paths will align, opportunities will stand out. Like Elisha, who saw God's army when others saw defeat, you'll see provision where others see lack. Trust that clarity and let it guide your steps. And don't think this is about becoming someone new. The billionaire transfer reveals who you've always been chosen, destined, favored. God saw this moment before you were born. Like Jeremiah, called from the womb, you're stepping into a purpose written long ago. The wealth is just the world catching up to God's vision for you. Walk in it and let it shine. The enemy will try to make you feel isolated, but you're not alone. You're part of a divine movement, thousands of chosen ones rising together. Subscribe to this channel to stand with them, to claim your place in God's plan. The billionaire transfer isn't just yours, it's a collective shift, a wave of abundance lifting God's people. Join it and let your faith amplify the flow. And here's the truth. This transfer is unstoppable. No economy, no critic, no setback can block God's promise. Like the Red Sea parting for Moses, every obstacle will move for you. The billionaire transfer is your divine right, sealed by the Creator's word. Stand firm and watch the barriers fall as you walk into what's yours. This transfer also shifts how you carry yourself. You're not begging for scraps, you're claiming an inheritance. Like the prodigal son, welcomed with a feast, you're stepping into abundance prepared just for you. The billionaire transfer gives you a new posture, confidence, not arrogance, peace, not striving. The world will notice, and they'll see God's hand in your rise. And don't let the size of this promise scare you. God's not limited by human math. He fed thousands with a boy's lunch, turned a shepherd into a king. Your billionaire transfer is just another miracle in His hands. Your job is to believe, to act, to trust. The wealth is coming, not because you earned it, but because He promised it. This transfer also calls you to generosity. God's blessing you to give, not to grip. Like the widow who fed Elijah from her last meal, your giving unlocks more. Fund that dream, help that neighbor, build that community. The billionaire transfer multiplies as you share, turning your wealth into a river of blessing that never runs dry. And here's what's wild. This transfer rewrites your limits. The world says you can only go so far, but God says the sky's not even the start. Like Joshua, who claimed land he never fought for, you're stepping into wealth you didn't earn. The billionaire transfer is God's way of breaking every ceiling, showing the world His power through you. The enemy will try to make you doubt your timing, whispering that it's too late or too soon. But God's clock is perfect. Like Sarah, who birthed a promise in her old age, your billionaire transfer will come right on time. Every delay is God aligning details, setting the stage for a miracle that'll leave no doubt who's in control. And don't think this is just about money. The billionaire transfer is holistic health, peace, purpose. God's restoring every part of you. Picture your body strong, your mind clear, your heart full. Like Hezekiah, given extra years, you're receiving abundance in every area. The transfer is God saying, I've got all of you covered. This transfer also shifts your perspective. Where others see risk, you see faith. Where others see loss, you see lessons. Like Job, who lost everything but gained double, your billionaire transfer turns setbacks into setups. Every challenge is preparing you to handle wealth with wisdom, to lead with grace, to shine with purpose. And here's the power: your transfer is a testimony. When the wealth arrives, it'll point straight to God. People will see your life, your peace, your impact, your joy, and know it's divine. Like Lazarus walking out of the tomb, your billionaire transfer is a miracle that shouts God's faithfulness. Your story will inspire faith in others, proving He keeps His word. The world might try to pull you back, make you question your worth, but God's already decided. You're chosen. The billionaire transfer is His signature on your life, a seal that no one can break. Like David, anointed before he was king, you're marked for greatness. Step into it and let the world see what God can do. Chosen ones, the billionaire transfer is a divine blueprint unfolding in your life. God's not just handing you wealth, He's crafting a masterpiece with every detail planned to reflect His glory. This isn't about random riches. It's a tailored design, aligning your purpose with resources that make the impossible real. You're not stumbling into prosperity. You're walking into a destiny written before time began. Stay tuned to His voice, because every moment is part of the plan. This transfer reshapes your influence. Wealth like this doesn't just fill your hands, it amplifies your voice. Think of Deborah, a judge whose words guided a nation to victory. Your billionaire transfer gives you a platform, a chance to speak life, to shift systems, to lead with truth. People will listen, not because of your money, but because of the divine authority behind it. Your rise is God's megaphone, and don't think you need to be ready by the world's standards. God doesn't check credentials, He checks hearts. Like Gideon, who led an army with no experience, you're equipped by divine selection. The billionaire transfer comes with everything you need: wisdom, courage, connections. Trust that God's already prepared you, even if you can't see it yet. Your faith is the spark that ignites the promise. The enemy will try to blur your focus,